Look at this hole. Hello! Doesn't get any better than this. If you were here paddling in my kayak right now, you'd be like disgusted. Welcome to Graffiti Pier. And I am soaking wet, guys. Hey guys, this is Matt with 2 Feet Outdoors YouTube channel. Today, I'm in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm headed out on an urban kayaking adventure. Right between these two bridges is the Delaware River. And my goal today is to paddle right up this way into Frankford Creek. I also plan to explore Petty Island and Graffiti Pier. All right, let's go ahead and get this kayak set up. All right, I got my kayak set up. I'm gonna carry the kayak down to this area. We're gonna put it in the water and we're gonna head up Frankford Creek. All right, and we're paddling. To my right, guys, that's a train bridge over the Delaware River, and straight ahead of us is the Betsy Ross Bridge. I found a spot to launch right here in the mouth of Frankford Creek. This is an urban creek known for being polluted. It's also a combined sewer overflow. And we're gonna paddle up the creek as far as we can. And we're gonna pass a whole bunch of bridges. It's gonna be really cool. I've never been here before, so you guys are experiencing this with me for my first time. So far, the water is very brown and murky. As a matter of fact, I'm looking over here, and straight ahead of us is a car on the shoreline. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. It looks like the whole roof has been cut off by like the jaws of life or something like that. So yeah, who knows what the story is with that. A couple shopping carts right here to the right. So already we're experiencing a bit of an urban vibe right now. I'm definitely not familiar with all these bridges that we're going to pass, so I'll put labels up on the screen as we pass each one. The tide should be coming in right now. I was a little bit concerned with the low water, but with the tide coming in right now, we should be fine. So if it wasn't for viewers and subscribers, I wouldn't know about Frankford Creek. So I really appreciate all the suggestions. I am here because of suggestions by viewers and subscribers. So let me know in the comments where you guys want me to paddle, and I'll put it on the to-do list. So I mentioned during my intro that I plan to kayak past and possibly explore Petty Island. It's an island in the middle of the Delaware River. It's an uninhabited island. And I also want to check out and explore Graffiti Pier. There's so much history regarding Frankford Creek, but mostly I just want to kayak and take in all the scenery. This is not going to be a deep dive into the history. I'll put a link in the description with an extremely thorough explanation and documentary of Frankford Creek. I tell you, when I look down into the water, besides being brown, it's like a white, milky nastiness. It is really nasty. It smells bad. But for some reason, I like checking out polluted and smelly waterways. I just find it interesting. Nobody comes through here, so might as well be me. Look at this, guys. I'm spinning around. There's a deer. He just took off up the hill. Wow, that is so incredible. Here I am on an urban creek, and there was a deer on the shoreline. Wow, I love it. I love it. That makes me really happy to see wildlife out here. All right, we're coming up to another bridge. I have no idea what this bridge is. And up ahead of us looks like, to me, a major interchange on the highway. One thing I want to check out here. We're going to turn around to the side here. This sign straight ahead says, warning, bridge construction, use extreme caution when boating this area. Shopping cart right there to the left. And I'm going to check out the other side. There's a whole bunch of graffiti up on the other side. Just want to check it out. Take it all in. Alright, let's continue up the river. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a homeless encampment up there. I see a tent. I actually see, wow, holy cow, look at all this. There's a tent, solar panels, a whole bunch of trash. That's pretty wild. Look at all that. Definitely a homeless encampment up there. No doubt. A lot of people are struggling these days. There's another sign up on the right-hand side that says, warning, bridge construction, use extreme caution when boating this area. I do see a crane up ahead. It doesn't look like it's moving right now. There's a buoy over here to the left. Just another bridge construction warning buoy. That's cool. Looking straight over us. I love paddling little creeks like this when it's pretty narrow. Construction guy up there was waving at me. You know, look at this. Here I am in the middle of a metropolis like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I'm on the water and I have it all to myself. You know, I get it. There's an industrial vibe right here, but it's still peaceful. Look around me. There's all kinds of trees and nature. I just saw a deer. Here's a warning sign. Bridge construction. Use extreme caution. Boating this area. All along here you can see where sewers flow into this body of water. Look at that tunnel right there. I love paddling under these raised highways. It's pretty cool. See, like that one says number 18. Whole bunch of tires right there along the shoreline. Coming up to another couple bridges. I tell you, I've been wanting to come to check this area out for a while. It's just a long drive. But hey, it's worth it. Got to get out there and explore. Oh, and by the way, with the gas prices going up, guys, I'm charging an extra 4% surcharge on these videos. Look at that sewer to the left. So, in case you're wondering, I'm joking around about the surcharges for the increasing gas prices, but the funny thing is I took a ferry recently from Long Island to Connecticut, and they did charge an extra 4% surcharge because of gas prices. Look at that. Now the sewer. So just think, how nice it is that you get to watch YouTube for free. There's no charges. It's all free. Doesn't get any better than this. You know, look at this to my right. Like, if I had to guess, it's kind of like a combination of fish smell and human waste. And that's like the mud flat of human waste. Look at that, 2 sewers right there. Shopping cart. You know, it's wild to think, like, what the heck are we supposed to do with all of our waste? But I feel like 100% of our waste should go through treatment plants. None of it should flow into our waterways. But unfortunately, human waste does flow into our waterways through combined sewer overflows. Our water treatment plants should be capable of handling all the sewage that comes in. Look at this, a couple more carts over here. That one on the right looks like it's maybe like a Target cart. Yeah, they're all Target carts up there. They're all red. That one was probably red at one point. I know that honeycomb shape. Let's turn here. Let's look at this. This one's pretty close, so let's check it out. Look at this hole. Hello! It's pretty crazy. Shopping cart right here. You know, so many people ask me all the time in the comments about the smell. So if you were here paddling in my kayak right now, you'd be like disgusted, but I'm totally fine. No worries. Looks like a helicopter flying overhead. You know, there's a faint smell that's nasty, but I'm totally okay with it. Doesn't bother me at all. Wow, look at this. Wow, this bridge. I hope there's no train that ever comes over this. Look at this. Yeah, there's definitely no train coming over that. This thing is extremely warm. Whoa, look at this. Oh yeah. Yeah, we might be done right here. All right, let's head back. Look at this. You see these 2 wheels? Little axle in between. Ooh, look at that. All right, we're coming out to the mouth of the Delaware River. Alright, so that's the Betsy Ross Bridge to my left. Train bridge straight ahead, and I want to kayak to the other side. There's a factory over there I want to check out real quick. Got some currents right here. Yeah, there's that factory straight ahead. You know, I think that was abandoned at some point, but I see activity there. There's school buses. I'm not sure if they're just using the land, but that's a really cool factory. That is so cool. All right, so we'll paddle up to the shoreline a bit and then hang a left. Is that factory all boarded up? Can you get in there? You can get in? Yeah. It looks like there's a fence. See some no trespassing signs. I think. It just says warning, danger. Man, this is massive. It's like 4 or 5 stories tall right there. The wind is supposed to be under 10 miles per hour today, all day. But right now, I have a bit of a headwind. All right, so after we leave here, I'm gonna paddle down towards Graffiti Pier. That is really cool. The Philadelphia Electric Company, that building. I love it. Right here to the right says City of Philadelphia Water Department, Pier 217 loading terminal. There's a whole bunch of cormorants up here on the right hand side. They're gonna all take off here in a second. There they go. It's really cool. This thing to the right looks like a massive bumper. Directly in front of us is the skyline for the city of Philadelphia. All right, and over here to the left, that's Petty Island. It's an uninhabited island. I'm not sure if there's any remnants on the island from the past, but maybe after we go to Graffiti Pier, we'll paddle across and check out the island. Canada goose right in front of me, making some noise. So to the left, the land over there is New Jersey, and to my right is Pennsylvania. On the other side of that island is Camden, New Jersey, and I explored the lightship Barnegat. It's right over on the other side. It's just sitting there abandoned. If you guys haven't seen that video of mine, you definitely need to check it out. That lightship is really cool. It's a cool tugboat to the right. It's called the Discovery Coast, Chesapeake City, Maryland. It's really nice. All right, we're creeping a little bit closer to Graffiti Pier. Somebody over here to the right fishing. How's it going? You got a line out?
No. I said there's sticks that are coming up out of the water right over there.
Okay, thank you.
They're bobbing up and down. They're chained down, but they're bobbing up and down.
All right. I think he's talking about some pilings that are sticking up out of the water. I think I can see him over there to the right. Tugboat to the left, pushing a barge. That bridge straight ahead of us is the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. All right, a couple more piers and we'll be at Graffiti Pier. Look at these currents swirling around right here to my right. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, there's definitely some strange currents right here. All right, Graffiti Pier, straight ahead. Somebody fishing up there. How's it going? I'm far enough out? All right, thanks. All right, so I'm gonna paddle into here and we'll come around to the left along the pier. So I believe Graffiti Pier used to be a train bridge that went all the way across the Delaware River. All right, so after I get back to my truck, I'll come back to Graffiti Pier and we'll walk through here and check it out on foot. I'm just gonna circle it in the kayak now. Man, look at that huge tire right here. But yeah, these structures in here are so cool. And they are literally covered in graffiti. What's up?
It's good.
What's that?
It looks good.
Thanks.
We're the guys who keep the park clean in the river.
Yeah.
Thank you. It looks nice.
Thank you.
What's the boat called?
It's called an Oru kayak.
There's a set of steps on the other side.
Yeah, let me turn around.
A set of steps where you can literally just walk up.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then it's like an older model.
It's actually a folding kayak.
Easy to fold up.
Yeah, it folds up
That's tight, my man.
and fits in a backpack.
Yeah, we had a boat spinning up the river. I bought an art gallery in Chicago. A truck driver came through my building, and plus other things popped up, so I moved back to Philly. We've been cleaning this park up for like 15 years now.
Yeah, it looks clean.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks very clean. I was walking through here earlier.
Plus, we pulled a lot of crates and stuff out. My grandfather brought me down here when I was a kid, so we've been doing it for like 15 years. Why wait till the city makes it into a park? Clean it up now.
It's really nice.
That's nice, my man.
Yeah.
What's that little tube for?
What's that?
What's up to
This right here?
Oh, that tube.
Oh, this is a bilge pump.
Oh, that
So if I was to fill up with water or something, I could pump it out.
nice. Oh, it looks tight, my man. What's your name, sir?
My name's Matt.
Matt, I have a club. I have a club at 1810 East Somerset.
Yeah.
It's called Alcoholics Anonymous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, stop in anytime. That's tight, my man.
All right. All right. I got a YouTube channel. It's called 2 Feet Outdoors.
Just show you this. You'll see what I'm talking about. Look, this is my. I don't mess with it.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just a phone.
Yep.
I don't play with YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Texting. But thank you.
All right. Yeah. Take care, man.
All right, my man.
Good talking to you.
Did you see the swings we put up?
Yeah. Yeah. They look good.
You
Yeah, I believe they were going to tear this down, but they built on the other side, I'll show you guys here in a second, some luxury apartments. And this is a really popular place now for people to come and take a walk, to fish, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know if they're going to tear it down or what. I'd hate for them to tear it down. It's actually really nice. It's just kind of unique. Tugboat straight ahead. All right, so we're coming to the end of the pier, and there's some swings up there. Later on, when I check that out on foot, I'll show you guys those swings. Canada goose right here to the right. Stay there, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's really cool to see it from the water. So yeah, those are the luxury apartments over there to the left. Not sure what that is. So yeah, we'll just head into this area for a minute, and then I want to paddle across to Petty Island. Got some rollers coming in behind me from the tugboat. It's really gray all of a sudden. I don't think we're expecting any rain. Well, just as I say, I don't think we're expecting any rain. There's rain coming down. All right, I'll just kayak up here and turn around. Just wanted to come all the way inside here. See the whole pier. I was not expecting any rain. What is that up there? I climbed up there with a ladder. And then pulled the ladder up to get to the next level. That was pretty cool. Look at all this debris in the water. All right, I'm gonna paddle across. There's some kind of structure straight across. I wanna see what that is. And if we can find a good spot to land the kayak, we'll get out of the kayak and explore the island a bit. Philadelphia to the right. That tugboat says Emerald Coast. All right, welcome to Petty Island. We'll paddle up closer to this structure and see what it looks like. Posted, private property, hunting, fishing, trapping, trespassing for any purpose is strictly forbidden. Yeah, since this island is very clearly posted, there's literally signs every, I don't know, 100 feet or so. I'm not going to land the kayak and enter the island. We'll just see what we can see from the shoreline. Pretty cool. It's like a whole bunch of stairs going up. I was not expecting this rain, guys. Rain's coming down pretty good right now. This island almost seems like a little tropical paradise. Whole bunch of bricks and concrete chunks. Blue container up there. Then it looks like a barge. Some type of barge straight ahead. I guess it's not a barge, it's just a spot for ships to tie up to. It's a really big building up there. Some kind of concrete structure up there. And there's a pipe that's flowing water out of it right there. All right, so that's the north tip of Petty Island, and we are gonna head straight ahead towards those bridges, back to the launch, and after I get back to the launch, we're gonna head over to Graffiti Pier and explore Graffiti Pier on foot. All right, we're back to the Philadelphia Electric Company. And I am soaking wet, guys. It's been raining consistently this whole trip back. All right, I just need to round the next corner underneath this bridge, and we'll be back to the launch. All right, we're back. Welcome to Graffiti Pier. Here's the next section. This place is wild. So cool. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching 2 Feet Outdoors YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did, and we'll see you guys on the next one.